Okay, first of all, thank you very much to the few of you that are still here with us, for listening what we have to say. When Jackie asked me to come to give this talk, he talked to me and said, we try to bring issues that are provocative. I said, look, in Israel, the biggest problem is to find an issue that is not provocative. So certainly, any of the things that we talk are really very provocative. And I would like really to talk a little bit about statistics that we get these days. We are shown how many people we are, how many males, how many females, who lives in Jerusalem. And we saw in the presentation of Dr. Aaron the number of engineers per, and the numbers of, everything is great, but there is one number that is really hard for me to, they told me I need to look there and get this changed. The first slide I have here shows that in the last 9 years, the population of Israel grew by 18%. It's really going up from 2009 to 2018. There's no way to put the slides? Okay. So it grew by 18%. And you see that actually in our country, this is not really an homogeneous growth. It's not that the whole population very homogeneously grew by 18%. Actually, if you look, for instance, at the growth of the ultra-Orthodox population, they grew by 43%. And if we look at the growth of the Arab population, they grew by 22%. And I'm sure that if we look at very individual segments of the population, we don't know how this very multicultural group of people that makes Israeli society grows in different way. Now, at the same time, when we look at the number of students starting academic studies in the last 9 years, 10 years, this has remained almost flat. Is 1.8% of students are starting academia, increasing the number in the last 9 or 10 years. I'm not a mathematician, but something doesn't make sense. There is something here. Nothing there? Okay. There is something in here that really doesn't make sense, because it cannot be that with the population growth of 18%, the group age of students that can go into academia only grew by 1.8. There is something that we are not doing well. I think that the main problem is that we are not addressing all the potential students that can go to academia. We are concentrated mainly on those that is obvious for them to go to academia. So I wanted to use, but unfortunately I cannot see the slides, my experience for our own rather small college located in downtown Jerusalem, that in the last 7 years that I had the honor to really lead the college, we doubled the number of students. We started with 2,000 in 2011, and we are today at 4,000 students. So this is really against of everything what we are seeing today. Did you fix the slides? Any chance? No? Okay. So this is totally against what is going on in the whole country. And I really wanted to share to you, to show you how did we do that. Okay. Actually, in a very multicultural city like Jerusalem, you have to be proactive and really reach into those communities in where there is less capabilities or less understanding of the capabilities to become involved in academic studies. And we reach to the Haredi population, we reach to the Arab population, we reach to newcomers. Our student body today is represented by 20% students that are Haredim. Yes, we teach them in a separate campus, but if we want them to be part of this society and we want them to have a profession, we need to do some concessions. We have 20% of our students are Arab students, and the rest is what I wrongly call the mainstream. That is, again, a mixture of all kinds of students. Now, without any doubt, it is very important to be able to increase the number of students. But it is not less important to make sure that the academic level of those students are exactly the same level of the general population of students so that they can fairly compete in the job market when they graduate. We put a tremendous effort also in engaging to academia all these different groups of society and making sure that at the end of the day, they really have a degree that is acceptable either by other universities when they want to go into higher education, or they are included into the job market equally as all the others. And in here, the statistics really helps. We graduate about 95% of our students, and 85% of them, when they graduate, either work in their fields of study, and in all the companies that we have seen here, we have graduates, or they will continue to higher education in all of the other universities. Unfortunately, I cannot show you the slide that shows what are the things that we put efforts into, but I really would like to say that the main thing is to understand the needs and the culture of these individual groups. And basically is a one-to-one and an understanding that we can provide this education if we know and understand what are their needs. And at the same time, the other very strong factor that brings this population to academia is the fact that we have a number of pre-academic programs that will close the gaps of these different groups that are different for everyone, that will be able to have them enroll into academia. So I'm sorry I cannot show you the slide, but I see that the clock is blinking all the time. So thank you very much.